What's going on, everybody? This is Jay Leno. I am here with my guy, SSJ. What's up, Brody?
What's up? What's up?
Not much, G man. We are here to cover the Daredevil Born Again episode 3. Man, I'm not gonna lie to you, SSJ. This might be one of my favorite episodes if I'm combining like all the seasons together.
Okay.
It might, but then I also it might just be to the fact that this Daredevil series just started up and it was a good episode.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But what'd you think of the episode?
I mean, I thought it was a good. It had a good story to it, and the suspense and twists and turns that they had featured in the episode regarding Hector Ayala's court case was pretty good. I just didn't care for the ending, but at the same time, despite me not caring for the ending, I know that it was for story purposes, and it's something that they always do in these kind of Daredevil stories. We've seen it in season 1 of Daredevil, where they kind of make you kind of like the character throughout a couple of episodes or so, and you get the character's origin story and background, and then Matt Murdock eventually ends up getting the character off or saving the character, and then they end up getting killed off later on in the episode by somebody that has something to do with Kingpin, which seems to be the case here.
So I don't remember who it was in the stream for when we did a reaction and breakdown of episode 1 and 2, but I think it was you and Bundle, might have been Jonan as well, that spoke on Foggy faking his death.
Yeah.
So they haven't confirmed it, but in a way, I feel like they confirmed it. Am I off by saying that?
Where did you get the implication that it was confirmed in episode 3?
So I watched a couple breakdown videos, and like they had like certain numbers in the room that was the same number of the issue of a particular Daredevil series to where Foggy did fake his death. And then I think they pointed out like a building or something on one of these other breakdowns that was like the same building that was used in the comics of a place that when he faked his death and hid away from.
I mean, it's possible. See, that's another problem too. A lot of y'all watch those breakdown videos. A lot of them like to reach quite a bit too. I mean, a lot of those are references to the comic. I think those are mainly just nods to those artists who made those original comics. I don't think it's been actually officially confirmed yet, but a lot of us are believing that could be the case, that he is definitely still alive, and we'll probably get that revelation later on throughout this season.
Did somebody confirm him for future seasons?
Marvel confirmed it that he's going to be in the second season with Karen Page's actress.
Okay, well, I mean that'll that'll also confirm everything as well. But I mean, I guess that could be a theory on how they go about bringing Foggy back. But I guess reeling things back into episode 3. So I think one thing that impressed me, well, another thing that impressed me is how witty and fearless Matt Murdock is. Like especially with that restroom scene that was in the film. Like, what was your thoughts when Matt Murdock was talking his ish to dude in the bathroom, in the restroom?
Well, it is classic Matt Murdock quippy humor. He is known to be like slick with it, with his mouth and things like that. My thing is, that was the cop that he had beaten up at the end of episode 2. I thought one of those cops were dead. I was confused at the fact that this guy was just walking around with just a black eye. But we saw in the previous end of the episode, he tried to charge in Matt Murdock, but Matt Murdock swiftly moved out the way and slammed him into the fridge, and then he had like blood come out of his face. So I don't understand how all of that just creates a black eye. So I don't know if this is maybe Disney trying to give us that little bit of them saying, hey guys, we're not going to make it too rated R for you. We already gave y'all Deadpool and Wolverine.
How much time would you estimate had been in between him getting beat up like that and then being in that scene with Matt Murdock?
I'd imagine probably a day or two. I
Yeah.
wouldn't think it would take any longer than that if Hector Ayala's trial was coming up very soon. So I'd imagine either the next day or
his face should have
2
swole
days.
up a hell of a lot more than that.
Yeah.
When you now like in retrospect, like glancing and thinking about it now, yeah, I agree. So, White Tiger's in court, and Nikki has to like go under like this military level type of security just to get to the courtroom. And then when he gets on the stand, out of all this protection that he got, he flakes on Matt Murdock, bro. I thought he was a piece of dirt for doing that, bro. What was your thoughts when that happened?
I wasn't surprised that he was gonna flake because if you've seen shows like this, and I don't remember if it was in season 2 or season 3 of Daredevil from Netflix, but this has been a common trope where like they get somebody that could potentially help them win the case, but then that person usually ends up being targeted by the police or some kind of outside force like Wilson Fisk, and then for whatever reason they end up being dead the next. So that's just out of fear because they've heard stories like this happening around New York City, like, oh, person gets called in for a witness that has something to do with Wilson Fisk people murdering somebody at a crime scene. The person confesses, but the next thing you know, the person is dead at their house the next day or before they even get home. So I think his decision to try to protect himself, I wasn't mad at him because those cops were all looking at him in court, and most of those cops did have Punisher's badge on that, Punisher's logo tattooed on them. So we know that those are corrupt cops that's just trying to run around using his logo to mess up Punisher's name. So I just think that he was just trying to save himself, because if he would have went ahead and said what he had to say in court for Hector Ayala's case, then he wouldn't have made it home.
I got you. Hold on. Is that Mal? Is Mal in the building right now? He must be getting his mic.
Yo, what's up?
Yeah, we'll wait for Mal to get his mic together. But I mean, so okay, now that you say that, like,
yo.
What up, Mal?
Yo,
What up?
Yo, what's good, man?
Not much, bro. What'd you think of episode 3?
So episode 3, it was good, man. I mean, it was good. It's I do want him to get in the suit, like now. You know, I want Matt to get in the suit, but I'm being patient with it. But it was still a good episode, though. It was good.
I got you.
Yeah, I'm being very patient with it, though. I don't know how much longer we're gonna have to wait, but you know.
What if I told y'all I went back and rewatched the first 3 episodes of the first season of the original Daredevil from Netflix?
I think that'd be smart. My homie Benny, he pretty much filled himself in from the beginning of Daredevil. I think within this week he's getting caught up to get to this point. Mal, so what'd you think about when Nikki flaked on Matt Murdock in the courtroom when he decided not to testify against the police department?
Yeah, I wasn't surprised about that at all. I wasn't surprised by it.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know, bro. I was like, bro, they did all this stuff and they dang near was just about to kill you. You might as well give up the goods. Like, I guess you're right.
Yeah, I mean, could have been scared, or you know how it goes with dirty cops. So
Yeah, we've seen it happen in previous seasons where they get targeted afterwards.
Yep.
I'm not gonna lie though, like that all those court scenes, that whole court case, I was dialed in, bro. Like, I like every moment of it. Like,
yep.
I don't it's gonna be tough to top this Daredevil.
You're talking about this series?
Yeah, I mean, just in general, like
I
them
mean, currently the
displaying
Netflix
his.
show is still better than this right now.
I put them
By a
together.
lot.
I don't even separate. I don't isolate two from each other. I'm saying like if they just didn't use this same actor to be Daredevil and they tried to redo this in like 10 or 15 years, it's gonna be some shoes to fill in.
So
as
you're
far
just
as
saying
being
like as
entertainment.
a whole.
Yeah, as a whole.
Okay, yeah, then that makes sense. Then yeah, definitely. It's way better than Ben Affleck's terrible 2003 Daredevil movie.
Yeah,
Right.
the best
Like,
thing that they could have did was keep Charlie Cox and everybody,
Mhm.
you know, keep everybody back. That was the best thing that they could have ever did.
we just have to get over how badly they treated Kingpin and Hawkeye and Echo. Because
Oh yeah,
despite the fact that he was so great in Daredevil and he's great now in Daredevil Born Again, it's still a stain on his previous history because now that was a previous part of his character journey that led up to this point. And you're telling me he ran home crying back to New York City after Echo made him relive his past. Like, that is kind of sad if you ask me. And if he's supposed to be the mayor and the big boss, like supposedly the big Thanos air quotes of just New York City in general, then that's not a good first outing if you ask me.
Okay. Okay.
so yeah, I kind of feel bad for the creators of the show because like they have to like do the best they can with what they have in the previous stuff.
Which
Like
they,
they gotta
are. I mean,
they
they're
gotta
doing what
like
they can.
yeah they gotta like deal with all of the nonsense that happened in Hawkeye and Echo. It sucks.
I mean,
That's the only issue you get when you try to connect everything.
Yeah.
Cause like these directors don't have complete control. They have to like write their movies according to whatever happened before.
Yep.
But just like SSJ said, I think they're doing a real good job connecting the dots. It's not like there's not any references for them to not being able to do it. There's you know what I mean? Like there's literal stories that you could pick apart from. I mean, they're picking some rather interesting storylines to include in this Daredevil series. And I mean, this is all going down in New York. New York. I guess what would you call it? New York Universal. New York itself in Marvel is pretty interesting right
Yeah,
now.
Oh,
most of
yeah.
Marvel
Yeah.
takes place in New York, though. This just
Yeah.
happens to be like in a specific neighborhood of New York. So it's not like we'll see like
Right.
Spider-Man
Yeah.
or somebody like that
Yeah.
swinging or flying in the sky or nothing like that. It's gonna be
I saw this video. This dude said that that Harlem has got so much crime that Luke Cage can't even leave the corner and help out Daredevil because it's too. But hell yeah. So what you guys think of this whole Punisher group? And like, so are these all cops? Are these just vigilante citizens?
I think they're like anti-vigilante, like cops who hate vigilantes. That's what I think. They're like hardcore, like radicalized cops who just like hate vigilantes. I don't know where the Punisher. I'm not sure where the Punisher like like worship comes from, but I don't know if it's because he like kills like criminals or whatever, or he takes justice in his own hands. I don't know why they like are inspired by Punisher, but yeah, they're I think they're like definitely just radicalized cops who just hate vigilantes like Fisk, like the mayor.
I got you. How about you, SSJ? What'd you think of like the whole synopsis of the Punisher group itself? Okay, maybe his audio or
Yeah,
video's messing up.
he's in and out.
I don't know if that's ever happened in the comics. But okay, am I stretching it to think that this Punisher group is gonna give all the vigilantes a hard time. And like instead of like doing like another season of Luke Cage or Iron Fist, they'll just have all this in Daredevil, and this Punisher group's like gonna be a huge problem.
I think we're going to see like the beginning and end of them in this season.
Mm.
Yeah, that's what I
Okay.
think.
Okay.
I think Punisher's coming to like shut this down, to like get rid of it.
All right, I don't know what that was about, but Restream kind of sucks.
There was 2 reviews.
Got you.
This
Well,
is like the second or third time this happened, but yeah, Restream sucks. But anyway, yeah, I don't think we'll be seeing any of that kind of stuff in Daredevil. It's going to be completely grounded and focused on these type of heroes that are just ground based.
Mal has said he thinks that this whole Punisher arc of this group of anti-vigilantes, whatnot, they'll probably end at the end of this season. How you feel about that?
Well, the Punisher thing, I don't think Punisher is going to be really that big a part of this season. I think we might just see him for like maybe one episode. Oh, like the group. So as far as the group goes, I don't think that it's going to be fully taken care of this season either. It might either lead into the next season, or that might be something Punisher might even have to deal with, because he's getting his own one-shot series, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's supposed to be like an hour, kind of like the Werewolf by Night, which was like an hour-long mini-series. That's what Punisher is going to be too. So he might even fully resolve it on his own in that series too. Daredevil might deal with some crooked cops here and there, beat some of them up, expose them. But it's not going to fully get resolved here, because he's got Muse to deal with. He's got Mayor Fist that he's got to deal with too, that's doing some crooked things in the mayor's seat. That would just be way too much to handle it. And we only got, 4 or 5 more episodes left? 6 episodes left?
Yeah.
Well, speaking of the mayor, okay. Are you guys starting to get tired of Vanessa yet?
I've been tired.
Or am I the only one that's kind of tired of Vanessa?
You know what's crazy? I don't know if
care for her. Oh, you go first.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know if this is a hot take or not, but like I actually like Vanessa a lot. So, like I've always liked Vanessa a lot.
Yeah, I think I know why.
Well, no, I like that she's trying to still like keep things like, the way they were before. Like she's trying to still like run the gangs and all that stuff like that. I don't know. Like I think it's just kind of cool she's trying to do that.
I think that's kind of feminist agenda, if you ask me, because in the original show she wasn't really into running a kingpin type thing. She was she was down with him, but she wasn't trying to run none of that stuff.
Well, now, I think towards the end, she was making moves, right?
Yeah, but she just so happens to take it over and run it way better than him, though. When he's been so good at it for years, that's a little bit of feminist agenda right there.
Okay, so I guess the question I got for you, Mal, is with this adaptation of empowering Vanessa, do you think that there's like a decent percentage of people that could watch this and can this adaptation is believable, that it could exist in reality, seeing Vanessa kind of oversee and influence Kingpin with him being
in reality? Nah, probably not.
In reality, definitely no.
Okay.
Definitely, come on, Jalen, no.
Well, no. I'm asking this question because, of course, I'll just say I don't believe that can happen. But okay, will other people that watch this show, is it believable?
The only reason why I think it's okay is because like she pretty much did watch like Fisk and what he was doing the whole time, and she was right there next to him the whole time. So I think it does make a little bit of sense that she has some knowledge on how to run things. Because she was there watching.
Hold on 1 second. Upward Ninja just gave me my first super chat donation. Hold on a second.
Nice.
Hold on. Yeah,
nice.
Yes,
Your dog started barking up there.
Yes, Dino. Hold on. I gotta make sure I pick the right one.
But yeah, I definitely
Vincenzo a three, bang, bang. Vincenzo a three, bang, bang.
Right on. We got new segments in the building. Right on, sir. I appreciate it.
y'all can hear me.
Yeah, but my fault to cut you off, fellas. But Upward has said super chat. Okay. He says I can't wait until Punisher shows up. Hopefully he punishes. Hold on, what?
Yeah, he said me.
What
you
Upward?
trying to
Are
say?
you,
You
are
off
you,
that
you
sweet
feeling
load?
feisty tonight, Upward? Is that what you're saying? Hopefully he punishes me
You
after
off
he
that
shows
sweet
up.
load tonight?
All right, Upward. He also said Vanessa is trash. I'm sick of these roles being taken over by women. She's basically the leader now.
Yeah, basically, like I didn't get full on leader vibes, but I got some empowerment from her.
Hey, Upward, I 100% agree with you. The only boss that I simp over is Sophia and Penguin. Did you see her on the runway, by the way? But okay, so Maul, you were saying something. I'm sorry, all that happened at once.
I forgot what I was even saying.
I think we're talking about Vanessa and it being believable. Like, could there be a majority or minority that could accept Vanessa having this empowering role of an influence on Kingpin?
Oh yeah. So I was saying, basically, like,
Jacking up again on my end.
I think she's like, it makes
I can hear you,
sense. It makes sense to me that she's able to like run things because she was there at the, like, she was basically his right hand man, Fisk's right hand man, pretty much, and she pretty much studied. I'm sure she just studied everything he did for all that time, and just eventually just got the rundown on how to run things. So that's why I say I'm not too mad at her running things, because I think it makes sense that she can do it because she's been there the whole time.
Mm-hmm. I mean, pretty much it was set up to where she was running things before him, but I mean, I get it. I mean,
yeah, and like toward the end of season 3 of Daredevil, she literally like, she was like learning to take over, and he was letting her like, come in and like give her like some run. So
Oh shit! Hold on, Mal. Mal, you out here? Hold on. Mal just came through with another donation. Hold on. $10 donation. Hold on.
Vincenzo a three, bang, bang. Vincenzo a three, bang, bang.
Right on.
Yes, sir.
Mal,
Yes,
for the
sir.
super chat. Well, I mean, you know what that means. We share revenue. We got you in the building.
Yeah.
We share revenue. So I'm gonna take these proceeds, put it down. That'll definitely help me out create my campaign. So I appreciate it, man.
Yes, sir. Of course,
I appreciate you. I appreciate the both of you guys. I really
long time support, man.
definitely appreciate it. But I guess to elaborate a little bit more on the Vanessa subject. Hold on, we gotta get him in. Who's in here? Okay, another SSJ.
Yo.
You sound like you're in your pocket with your phone right now.
Oh my god, come on, bro.
Hey,
Oh
look. I'm gonna tell you what. I'm not gonna tell him to stop. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Hold on, my boy Upper just came through with another donation of 10 bones. So you know what that means.
Vincenzo a three, bang, bang. Vincenzo a three, bang, bang.
Let's go. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Mouse just came through with another donation. Hold on. Hold on.
Vincenzo a three. Bang! Bang! Vincenzo a three. Bang! Bang!
Right on, right on. We got you back in here, SSJ.
Can you hear me? You should be able to now.
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you. I can hear you.
Loud and clear.
Yeah, we can hear you.
So, I mean,
Now that we can get back to business.
so I don't necessarily want to elaborate too much on it, but SSJ, do you feel like do you feel like it's forced seeing Vanessa in this situation, or do you think they tactfully included her of empowering him? I think they did it smoothly. I don't accept it, but I think they did it.
I think it's both.
Okay.
I think it's both. I don't think people should be like, listen, this is the same company that's given us a Hawkeye show, but it's not about Hawkeye, it's about Kate Bishop. This is the same company that's given us a Moon Knight show, but it's not about Moon Knight or Mark Spector. It's
Yeah,
about his
that's
wife,
true.
Scarlet Scarab. I can go on. I can keep on going too. Like this, it's right in your face. MCU feminist agenda at its not at its worst.
No,
Because I mean,
yeah.
yes, it does make sense for her to take over because that's the wife. Who else would take over if that's the wife? But at the same time, they always put in our face that she did run the business better than she did and get all these different.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. I will agree. That's where they
Like,
gotta stop. That is kind of over.
that in there, Marvel. I don't think it was necessary. So that's why I say there's the agenda and MCU right there. If you would have just said, okay, she took over the business, and I kept the seat warm for a little bit for you, and if you need me to still keep running it while you're being mayor, and I'll give it back to you. But no, it's just, I took it over and I'm running it better.
I just
And
want to
have Adam
know.
on the side too.
I just want to know, dude. Oh my god, that's bad. She cheated on him. Yeah, I don't like
That's
that at all.
No,
Yeah,
Adam.
and he just took it. And I'm not sure if you
Nah,
guys have been
he's
seeing his
like-
knuckles. Like they keep showing his knuckles are like bruised. I think he's been beating on Adam. Like he's not, because like she said don't kill him, but I think he's like been beating him or something. That's what I
Are you
think.
sure that she was talking about Adam? I thought she was talking about Daredevil. If
No,
she knows
remember they on the
about
balcony
Daredevil,
and
Adam-
like he said, "I know about Adam," and then she was like, "Don't kill him."
Yeah, but I thought she was talking about Matt Murdock, Daredevil, because that was after the conversation.
Well, maybe go
they
back
had
and just got it again. But like, I'm pretty sure she's talking about Adam because like he literally said, "Oh,
mentioned Adam. I don't think it was a part of that. I don't think she mentioned Adam as a part of like, oh, don't go after him or whatever. I thought she was. I thought he was referring to, or she was referring to Matt Murdock because he was having a conversation with her saying that, oh, he's back and the vigilante might be a thing again, and that's why he's running for mayor.
Okay.
well,
But-
he's been beating on somebody or something because his knuckles. They keep showing his knuckles are like freshly bruised and like beat up. So he's been beating on something.
They didn't show it in episode 3 because he only had one scene.
Yeah, it wasn't episode 3. I think it was 2 where they
It was
kept showing his.
they only
what
showed his
they
knuckles
showed
in
it.
one scene in
Yeah.
episode 2. They didn't keep showing his knuckles, just one scene.
Well, I guess moving on from that, what y'all think of the White Tiger verdict?
I mean, I knew he was gonna get acquitted.
Yeah.
Because I know in the comics he was found guilty.
Right, but even if he was found guilty in this series, we knew that he was gonna get out at some point. But I mean, yeah, I knew he was gonna be all right, but not all right after the fact.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I'm not gonna lie though, I was definitely disappointed. Okay, did it feel like a climax, or just were y'all immediately disappointed when he got his head left in the spaghetti bowl?
Yeah, that was just like for shock value.
I was disappointed. I was like, wow, like we had all of this we had all of this build up. You made a like previous Daredevil shows, but at the same time, he's supposed to be a famous superhero and a mythical, partly mythical one in that too.
Yeah.
They mentioned this like, oh, he has a secret amulet that gives him strength, but he just all it takes is a gunshot to the head, and that's it.
Upward
No,
says,
team up with
could he have survived?
Well, I
Upward
mean,
says, could he have
he's not
survived the
bulletproof,
gunshot?
right?
But that's the thing, though. Like,
You know
why is
what?
it
Let me
supposed to
look
be
up and see what the capabilities of that amulet.
Even Daredevil isn't bulletproof.
I don't think it's worth it now because he's dead. But
Yeah,
You
they're
don't
gonna.
think that you don't think the amulet, the White Tiger amulet, has like what abilities does the White Tiger amulet have?
it probably just gives
Makes you
him
like
like
stronger.
just gives him like reflexes and strength and things like that. But I guess not fast
If he
enough.
gives him reflexes, how the hell somebody sneak up on him and blast him? Like, what are you talking about? What
Well,
are you talking about?
He's fast, but not faster than the bullet, I guess.
That
They
is so
did-
dis-
honestly,
so
they did it.
basically, they turn that amulet to a piece of jewelry. It is, yeah. That's basically what
Kind of like how in Loki they turned the Infinity Gauntlets into just paperweights.
Oh yeah, that was so goofy.
Would you guys say MarvelFandom.com is a decent source?
I don't know.
The
MarvelFandom.com.
Say that
Wikipedia
again.
for Marvel.fandom.com Wikipedia.
I would just ask ChatGPT.
Nah, that's something this new generation do. Don't ask GPT nothing.
They know Hey, it knows everything, bro. Ask anything.
Let me see here. Where am I?
I would still go to your local comic book
Okay.
stores and bookstores and look
It
at
says here
Marvel.
the divine empowerment. Wearers of the amulet are imbued with the power of ancient tiger god, imbuing them with master level knowledge and experience of martial arts, among other powers. When worn separately, by joining hands and reciting the incantation, when the three are called and stand as one they'll fight, they will be done. For each is born anew. Okay, then enhanced strength, enhanced speed, enhanced durability, enhanced agility, enhanced stamina, acceleration, recuperation, heightened animal-like senses, camouflage, threat detection, and psychic resistance.
None
Is
of
that
this
if all
applies-
the amulets are together, or
It's supposed to be whoever wears the amulet, but none of this applies to this version, I guess. He didn't have no reflexes or nothing.
yeah?
Well, how well
Like, he was
how
just
much like
la, la,
threat
la.
detection does he have in that amulet? Because like, if it's Spider-Man, Spider-Man can know. He knows when he's about to get shot. So because his sense tingles, it goes off. But I don't think White Tiger can do that. I don't think he can do that.
But he should have still had some good spatial awareness to know that somebody was nearby.
Yeah, I mean, you would
I
think,
mean,
yeah.
anything cat like God, like enhanced alertness, etc. So yeah, I
The
mean,
amulet was
they-
activated
they
as the
basically
eyes were glowing.
The White Tiger,
So-
unfortunately.
so they pretty much destroyed the Tiger arc, unless.
Nah, they're gonna go down the road where the girl becomes the tiger.
Oh yeah,
It'll
I
be
mean, of
his-
course that's gonna happen. So, is it going to be his daughter or his niece? In the comics,
Probably
it was
his
the
niece.
niece.
It's gonna be his niece, because I think in the show, in that Ultimate Spider-Man show, she's in that show.
But is that what y'all want, though? Even
No.
though, yeah, it's after the comics, but listen, if they kill off Shang-Chi, what do you think they're gonna do? They're gonna give his sister the 10 rings, and then she'll be the next Shang. What do you think is gonna happen with Iron Fist? He'll probably be killed off, and then Colleen Wing will get the 2 Iron Fists like she did at the end of season 2. Daredevil, he'll probably die at the end of season 2, and then they'll have Elektra wear the suit. So if we keep on accepting this crap now, that's what's gonna
Or to
keep
see
on
Bullseye
happening.
being
If-
again.
If
Because
that
us men are
happens,
replaceable with
I will say, if that happens, I'm exiting. I'm exiting the scene. I might
wanna see your other- that
consider a boycott if that's literally what happens, because for the next Avengers, I don't are the next level Avengers, is that a full female cast?
So it's supposed to have Kate Bishop, Miss Marvel,
Patriot.
No, he's not confirmed. He's not confirmed in it.
Falcon isn't either the Native
Falcon,
American.
yes. Patriot, no.
Hawkeye's daughter.
But Kate Bishop, not Hawkeye's daughter, but Kate Bishop. Oh, Ant-Man's daughter is supposed to be in it. Cassie Lane. And one of Wanda's, the fruity son or whatever, who was on Agatha.
What up, cuz?
Hey, what up?
What up? What up? What up?
I just finished my steak. And, so where we're at in the stream?
So basically, we just got done talking about the amulet, the White Tiger amulet. So in the comics, he's supposed to have like cat-like reflexes and etc. So they pretty much canceled the whole arc of the amulet, of the White Tiger amulet, because dude was able to run up on him and take him out.
Oh, so he kind of like had spider sense, so he should have been able to know that somebody's going to shoot him.
Basically.
So they kind of like put drama into it,
And
or
so-
maybe, or how about this though? He thought that it was a woman in distress, far away, and so
That was
maybe he was distracted by the woman and was ignoring that reflex.
That's not how that works, though. How do you just ignore a reflex based on a noise?
Yeah.
Been able to tell if somebody is at least behind you based on spatial awareness.
Well, I'm not going to challenge you, SSJ. So if you tell me that's the case.
So Mal and SSJ are basically like, they wanted to kill him off so they can enter. So because they're in 2024, and at that moment, and Brave New World's like in 26. So for the future to come, they're probably going to be setting up the niece to take on the niece. We're trying to debate on whether or not to be the niece or the daughter to take on the White Tiger.
Yeah, whoop-de-doo, let's go.
Honestly, I can care less. I don't even care.
Honestly, I didn't even care that much about White Tiger. Like the
I
male
know
version.
that's the thing in the comics, but with this, how they're doing these female characters, like, I don't care. I can care less.
Well, I'm not going to lie to you guys. So I cried during episode 3.
I was close.
When he got shot?
I was close.
No, not when he got shot. It was in the courtroom where
Oh.
all the people had their testimonies.
Oh,
And-
yeah, that was cool.
And then they asked him, why did you risk your life? He said, because it's the right thing to do. Man,
Yeah.
that hit me in the feelings. That hit me in the feelings.
that whole
man.
court scene was great, man. All of it was great.
Yeah.
But what
If
if
a show makes you cry, especially when you're a grown up, that's some good writing. That's some good writing.
I mean,
I didn't cry, but I think it would have been better, like the scene where you see the people like giving their testimony about how White Tiger actually went out and saved them. They should have shown like actual flashbacks of White Tiger.
Oh yeah, that would have been cool too. Yeah.
Too
Like,
expensive.
don't just tell us.
Yeah, too
Telling
expensive.
us. They got money. Don't say that. Disney got money. But they
Yeah.
but
got
Let's just say,
in the
too
film.
stupid. Let's just say they're too stupid. Let's say that.
Ugh, lazy.
Yeah,
Like,
too
you know
lazy.
what? I went back and rewatched episode 3 of the original first season 1 Daredevil. I cried at that because you know what? The guy that Matt Murdock was trying to save in that episode, he ended up killing himself because he didn't want
That was scene was crazy. He just like
stabbed himself
rammed
in
his
the
head
eye.
into a
I was
freaking
like,
pipe. Yeah, that was crazy. Yeah.
so, yeah,
is this the best acting that Marvel has done? Period.
Marvel,
I think so.
like the MCU.
Yeah.
Um,
Any Marvel film, like an actual like displaying
that's a good question.
level of action. Because I mean, quite honestly, if you think about it, there's moments in the film that we enjoy, but have we been captured? Like, yeah, I think they stole the show. I thought that was amazing acting.
Yeah, I mean, nothing else that they made me feel anything.
Yeah.
So this is the first thing that I feel. Like I feel
This just
something.
feels very grounded in like reality. That's why it's so good to me.
not-
All the
it's
other
not-
films are like just so like Avengers and like superpowers and
Maybe action based.
I don't think you guys
Yeah.
watched the original Daredevil series because this is not anything different from what we've seen. Like, honestly,
No, I mean, no one said it was any different, but
No.
we're saying compared to the other MCU stuff, this is more
Yeah,
grounded.
I'm talking about like Marvel movies, other Marvel TV shows like that has ever came out. I feel like this is the best display of acting that Marvel has ever gave us.
I would say so. Yeah. Yeah,
I
I would
think
I'm
say
trying
so.
to, I'm trying to think about what else
I
could be
think
on the
that's an
same.
ambitious claim. Because there's been good
mean,
acting in plenty of other Marvel products, not just this one.
Okay,
But Jeff,
What would you
but
say?
Jeff,
Which
you're
one?
talking about Disney Marvel, right?
all of it. It doesn't have to just be Disney because okay,
About just
Yeah,
Marvel.
I thought you were saying just Disney Marvel.
okay. Technically, when it came to acting, that not the Norton, but the first Incredible Hulk movie had some good acting. It just didn't have that much
Yeah,
Incredible Hulk.
yeah, it did. Yeah,
Yeah, I had good
Yeah,
acting.
that first the Edward Norton Incredible Hulk film was amazing. You know what? And that motivated me because I think I was in high school when that film came out.
What'd you think of the one before Norton?
Well, hold up. That movie, I for sure wanted to bodybuild when that movie came out because that ending scene where they're in the helicopter and then what's Bruce's girlfriend's name? The daughter of
Betty
Oh,
Ross.
yeah, Betty. Yep.
yeah,
Right.
Betty. So she goes like, "You can't go down there. He's going to kill you." And then Edward says, "I gotta try." And then he falls all the way down to the concrete, right? Then what happens? He gets up, but it's only one fist. It's Hulk's fist. And then Abomination turns around, right? And then Hulk gets up, and then he takes the last bit of the shirt off of his chest, and then he flexes. And then Abomination's like, "Oh, you gonna challenge me?" And then Abomination starts going. Then Hulk slowly starts going. And that shit, man, that fucking light a fire under me.
Whoa!
That's
Slow
how
down
that
with the
scene was made.
profanity. Slow down. Calm it down. We've been doing good. Calm down.
They don't do that shit no more. They don't do stuff like that no more.
Relax. Hey, just calm down, Darren.
Yeah, I mean, he's right though. He's right.
I
Disney
agree.
has like lost their sense of like, I don't know, like a lot of their films have become just like, you know, just popcorn flicks where they've at least tried in the past to make it more, you know, more emotional and like more like, you know, just realistic, I guess, in the tone. But like now it just feels very just watered down and like, you know.
Would you guys think that they
correct? You're correct.
people
Like
short
for
attention
instance,
spans?
right? Like She-Hulk. There was one moment where Daredevil was in the scene for the hallway, right? And all the dudes was getting ready to fight Daredevil, and you're like, "Oh, okay, we're about to see something." Then all of a sudden, She-Hulk just comes down and just ruins everything. It like destroys everybody within seconds. It's like they make it silly. Like they don't take the action into consideration based off of where the people are at, how to position the people, how to make the scene like feel powerful. Like they don't take it like that. It's like they know. Like it's like this. It's like you give me something that I really don't want to do. Like you say, "Hey, Derek, do this superhero shit," and I'm like, "Man, superheroes are whack. Like this is like kid stuff." Okay, you gonna pay me? Yeah, I'm gonna pay you. Okay, and then I think that superheroes are silly, so I make all the fight scenes seem kind of silly because I think it's silly. It's like the material's not given to an actual fan that actually like reads the comic books, that actually feel what they're reading, that gets inspired by what they're reading, and it's not coming from a sense of inspiration. It's not coming from a sense of love. It's not coming from a sense of motivation, responsibility, all of that. It's like you're just giving it to somebody who don't care. Does that make sense?
Well,
yeah, that's always been a well-known thing.
I guess basically catering towards a mass instead of the core fan base, and I think the consensus is that's pretty much what they've been doing. They give us like they give us splashes of a scene, an Easter egg to make us feel like we're watching, you know, something that we love.
And that's how they get a lot of you guys, especially you, Jalen, because I know you like the Easter egg stuff, but they don't really care about that. I bet you the people writing most of these Marvel shows don't even know much about the Easter eggs that they're actually putting in.
There's
It's
nothing to
probably
bet. You remember like when they interviewed during Wanda, like
yeah, people
writer
thought
didn't
that
even.
Yeah. Nope.
A lot of fans kept on saying for years and years, "Oh, Mephisto," and the writer came out and said, "Oh, you don't even know who Mephisto is." So it's like they don't care. These are mostly just people trying to do self-insert stories and put themselves in these shoes. That's why She-Hulk was so terrible, because it was probably written. Well, yeah, it was written by Jessica Gal, somebody who's in their 40s who can't get a man.
Well,
I mean, I agree with you 100%, SSJ, and I'm tired of it. Like, I'm just tired of it. Like, and that's why, you know, I really do like this Daredevil series, and it kind of reminds me of those feelings that I had back in the day when I did watch Edward Norton's Incredible Hulk, or I watched the first Spider-Man trilogy, or even Andrew Garfield's 2 movies that he had. The X-Men movies. The X-Men movies was taken seriously.
I did. Hold on. The
But that was
X-Men
all
series.
Fox. But Disney, Marvel, even though superhero films hasn't been perfect in the past, it's like Disney, Marvel just don't take it seriously at all. Like for instance, like Ben Affleck's Daredevil, right? Everybody shits on that flick, but remember that they had that montage where Daredevil and Elektra was getting ready for that fight, and then they had that bring me back to life, and then like Daredevil was training, Elektra was training, like that shit that make you feel something, like make you feel like you're about to watch something, like, man, like this shit is about to go down.
You missed
like,
the
you
montage.
know what I mean?
Yeah, that build up. I mean, I will say with that the Edward Norton, the Hulk movie that came up before Edward Norton, I was geeked out when he finally turned into the Hulk. Like, I felt the build up of his rage of what he had going on, and when he finally turned into the Hulk, I was excited to see him destroy everything in sight, rather than just So
that's what I thought I was gonna get in y'all favorite movie, Captain America: Brave New World Order, but unfortunately we got, that's what we got. I thought
that movie was so weird, dude.
Or at least a Hulk cameo, but for whatever reason, they decided to have a non-superpowered regular human being, Sam Wilson, who struggles to beat up regular dudes in hallways, fight against Red Hulk.
Upward said, "Bring Me to Life" was so hype. They were corny, but at least they had so. Yeah, that might be the case. Though Upward might be right. For what we like might be considered corny and cliche because it has been done over and over again. But I'm not gonna lie, I do still want to see that stuff.
Well, but we're not. I don't think that we're gonna get it at that level until Disney releases Marvel. Like, we're not going to get a consistent.
Yeah.
We're not going to get a consistent amount of really good entertainment, inspiring entertainment. Like, the entertainment that makes me like it inspired me to do what I'm doing right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that. It inspired me to chase my dream and become a professional bodybuilder, and to go out and to go after other people that are monstrous, and for me to have no fear, just like how Edward Norton's Hulk had no fear, right? And to join in on the fight. And it's kind of like I see guys nowadays, like younger men, they're so feminine and they're so like jealous because they have all of this built-in feminine energy. And what Marvel movies do now is they reinforce that feminization. And so young men don't have nothing to be inspired to. So when they see somebody like me, all they are is just jealous because they don't know. Because they don't have no inspiration. They don't have no masculinity. They have it's all of this feminized, the Marvel's Powerpuff bullshit. Like, I don't know. It's like it's not serious no more. It's just. Well, you got like women that's like fighting my pinky, beating up dudes that are like on a football team, like how they had it in that new Captain America movie. Like it's just, it's like, what is this?
Okay,
you got all these women bosses.
Look, cuz, let me interject. Let me interject, cuz. Now look, could it be that we got too much of what you like that they went another direction? And everything always goes full circle. Right now, this might just be the age that this the age of that.
No,
Because
I wouldn't even say that.
Hold on,
They
it's
just
not
got
Disney.
They just got
Because-
lazy, bro.
But look, it's not, okay. But
They got too
it's not-
comfortable.
It's not just Disney that does that. Because I'll tell you what, when it comes down to the Creed movie, it doesn't have that same build up as Rocky.
Like build up. What do you mean? Like build up?
That motivation that Rocky had, like the montage, as much of a
Yeah.
conflict. That
I
much
think
time
Creed
he
One's
put
pretty
out to
great,
do that.
but yeah.
I'm not saying that they're bad, but in comparison to how we saw Rocky being poor,
Yeah,
I
right,
guess,
yeah.
I mean, seeing Rocky
Yeah,
on
you're
his
right.
foot,
Yeah.
like
I
it was
thought
so much of a
Adonis was already a
connection to-
boxer at first, and he
It was so much of a connection to the common man. That's how that worked. So
I think
Yeah, I agree with that.
it's just what's going on in this day and age. More so, it being. I'm saying in this day and age, that's the product they're going to push out, no matter who has the property. We're just in that age. That's what I'm basically saying.
Yeah, but they didn't have to go that route though at the same time because
Yeah.
was it really the right time to go with these kind of characters and this kind of stories, especially due to the fact that previously back like what 5 or 6 years prior, these characters weren't doing that hot in comics and they ended up rebooting the comics anyway because nobody was going for no Miles Morales or a black Sam Wilson powerless Captain America at the time because they were just corny. Nobody cared for them. And because of the fact that Marvel made so much money with movies like the Avengers and Avengers Endgame, Infinity War, and things like that, Disney thought, well, you know what? Since these movies do so good, fans will go ahead and see any movie we put out. So let's go ahead and do a Marvel movie, a Captain Marvel movie because we saw DC did Wonder Woman. They like female characters, right? That's where it all started. So I blame DC.
It is. I mean, it could still. This all could just be a build up to something that's going to be way more entertaining. But we're just expecting everything. We expect the bar to be super high with everything, though.
But also, I got to push back on that because one of my favorite books right now is Absolute Wonder Woman. I love that book right now.
Good series.
And in my opinion, I do believe that they did Wonder Woman right. The first Wonder Woman film, the second one was horrible. But the first one, dude, that shit was off the chain. Like, I felt like they did that character.
Yeah.
I feel like they did that character right. And especially with the music, with the, I'm like, oh, shit. I'm like,
like
oh,
that?
shit.
I thought that got annoying after like 10. Like, they would do that every
I like the whole
They
the
did
whole
do it a
build
lot,
up,
yeah.
the whole. It felt like I was watching like 300 or something and seeing like the
Part 1 is great. I like Wonder Woman 1. Yeah.
I think Wonder Woman.
I like Batman versus Superman when she was reintroduced, and I like her solo film.
BVS gets way too much hate.
She was only good in the Zack Snyder.
But hold on, to reel this back in.
Yeah, Daredevil.
let's reel this back in.
Hell's Kitchen.
Yeah, let's not bring this down with Wonder Woman.
Let's get back in the kitchen, boys.
Yeah, let's get
I do want to say this. I did want to say this. That did finish my point. Is that DC did Wonder Woman right? Marvel force fed Captain Marvel. Right. They force fed Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
You know, and it's kind of sad that people hated on Batman versus Superman so much, but now look at the shit that we got nowadays. Batman versus Superman seems like
people are praising that movie now. Yeah,
I love the movie. It's the best fight scene. It's the best fight scene that Batman has ever had.
See, I think that's another thing that's an issue with this generation. Like, people, like, we had this conversation before this video. Like, certain things that people hated then, like, because we're getting so bad now, they're going back and saying, well, you know what? It wasn't that bad. No.
Yes.
It wasn't that bad. Like, let me give you some examples. So, like, Dragon Ball GT. Everybody and their mom hated Dragon Ball GT in the 90s when I was growing up. Listen, I'm 28, so people that are in my same age group, they all hate Dragon Ball GT, right? But now that we have all this terrible new Dragon Ball stuff, oh yeah, Dragon Ball GT is great. No, it still sucks.
GT still sucks.
Now let's go over to Daredevil, the 2003 Ben Affleck Daredevil movie. everybody and their mom hated this movie. This movie was terrible. But then we got like a director's cut. People were like, "Oh, this movie is a little bit better." No, people still hated that too. And now people are coming back years later saying, "Oh, the Daredevil movie wasn't that bad." No, it was still bad. It was terrible. So,
I think it was
I don't know if
different for
this
me
gonna
because
be
I was a
more
kid.
fun, but like,
But
I didn't. Yeah, I just
I
never
don't know
liked
what's
it.
going
So,
on. We're trying to go back and say certain things is good, but Batman versus Superman was another one of those films too.
Yeah,
Everybody
it
and their
happened with
mom
the
hated.
Star Wars prequels too, because of the sequels.
The only thing people liked about Batman versus Superman was Ben Affleck Batman's warehouse scene and his scene pretty much. But like everybody hated the film because of the plot, the pacing was terrible, the Lex Luthor casting was terrible, Doomsday was awful, Wonder
Yeah.
Woman was forced in there. Like some folks liked her, but she was forced in there too. It didn't make sense for her to be there. So like the movie did get justifiable hate that it deserved. The
Yeah,
criticism
yeah,
that
it
it
did.
got
Yeah,
was definitely valid. So let's not
I think
go back and
BVS
say
is
the movie
like, well, you should.
terrible.
Well, it's definitely not a good movie, but I do think like people respect it for like for what it tried to do. Cause like what it tried to do, Marvel doesn't do. Disney Marvel does not do what BVS
I
tried to
gotta
do.
agree.
It's like BVS is like an actual film that takes itself seriously and tries to be serious and like dark and gritty. Versus
Right.
like
Yeah, but that's
Marvel doesn't do that.
No,
the
not at all.
sacrifice of this movie so boring
Like the tone is just
all right,
like
all right. To
it's a mature
reel,
tone.
to reel this back in. Do you okay?
Marvel's
How
better.
excited? How excited will people be for this series once they get Daredevil back in the costume?
Oh, dude, it's gonna be like it's gonna go up even higher, bro.
Are the
I think
views
it's good
up
without
for
it.
this series though? Or like, are people watching this series?
Not really.
So yeah, not really, which is crazy, but
that terrible Agatha, that Agatha show, the views are actually worse. And I'm not surprised.
I think it's because people lost faith.
you know that's crazy to me. But if you think about it, it makes sense because Daredevil has been off the air for like a long time, and most Marvel fans now probably haven't even seen Daredevil.
No, I don't think that's not it at all. It's
Like
the fact
like
that
young
Marvel's
Marvel fans.
putting out garbage and junk within the last few years, like the last 4 or 5, 6 years. That people pretty much, a lot of people canceled their Disney Plus subscriptions. People aren't watching and wanting to see what they're putting out.
Oh well, that too. Yeah, that too, definitely. Yeah.
Like, trust me, Daredevil has its fans. That has nothing to do with what you just said. Daredevil has its fans. Daredevil,
No, well, I mean,
But
like
I guess
Daredevil-
the casuals
well,
are going
a
out of their way
younger-
to catch up with this. I would
I'm saying
say.
like
I would
a
assume
younger Marvel fan probably hasn't even seen Daredevil.
that. Yeah.
I mean, it was a long time ago.
It was a
very
long time ago when it came out, and like most young fans probably haven't even seen that show.
But also, I think that Disney kept on coming out with bullshit after bullshit. That I think a lot of us lost faith, and so they canceled their subscription, and they're like, "Hey, if this Daredevil series is good, I'll just wait until I hear word of mouth." But I think that you can only come out with bullshit so many times to the point where people are just going to lose faith. Now, Daredevil is a good series, but it might be too late now, where nobody trusts you anymore. They see your agendas, they see that you're trying to feminize everybody, and they got tired of it.
Yeah.
yeah, that's what I was pretty much gonna say before I was interrupted twice.
I'm sorry, SSJ.
No, you're good, but that was pretty much my point too.
So who's going to catch the mitters from Matt Murdock first? Who y'all think is going to catch the hand?
Well, I mean, technically, he already did beat on somebody.
I'm talking about again. We got that fight scene, but we're due for some action.
I mean, it's too early to tell now. We won't know now.
Okay.
Too early
Yeah.
to tell. 'Cause we don't even
I
know.
mean, right now I'm
It'll be
cool with it.
different.
Sorry.
We just won't know how he'll react to Hector Ayala dying, if that's going to be put on the news right away, or if maybe Kingpin's men will probably take his body and like they'll hide it or something. You know how they do. So we'll see how.
I'm thinking that that might be the one thing that gets him back in the suit, like seeing that he died or hearing that he died. That would be nice
Yeah.
to like honor him because he heard himself say like he put the suit on like every day to like fight crime because it was the right thing to do. So I think that might inspire him knowing that he's dead now and he can't do it anymore because someone has to.
I think
Okay.
that's correct because remember when Matt Murdock was in the prison cell with him and he says like, "Hey, there's other ways that you can do this. You don't have to be the white tiger to make a good contribution to society." And he goes like, "Are you kidding me? The white tiger is my purpose. Asking me not to be the white tiger is like
Yeah.
asking me not to breathe."
Yeah.
White
Yeah.
Tiger knew who he was, whereas no matter who tries to shake him, no matter who comes in and tries to say, "Oh, you should do this" or "You should do that," it's kind of like a kid that wants to go chase their dream, but then everybody says, "Oh, you better go to college. You better do the safe thing," right? They're easily persuaded, but every once in a while, you get somebody that knows who they are and knows that their purpose is solid, right? That no matter what, they're going to stay the path. Daredevil is not one of those people. He's one of those people that can easily be swayed, either or. "Oh, you should do this, you should do that," because Daredevil wants to be validated by other people. And at the show, he was trying to do things that Karen wants him to do, or he's trying to do what he thinks that Kingpin wants him to do, or whatever. He's trying to do what other people think, and he's not going based off of his own path and his own purpose. And I
Right.
believe,
Exactly. Yep.
yeah, and I believe that conversation with White Tiger, now that he's dead, is going to go back to what you said. He's going to think about that and be like, "Hey, he died doing it his way. And I know that there's going to come a day where I'm going to die. Am I living my life according to what I want, or am I living my life according to what somebody else wants?"
Daredevil.
Yeah.
Born
I'm
again.
like pretty sure he thinks that he's better off
Yeah.
as just Matt because of what happened to Foggy. Because in the scene where Foggy before he got died, he told Matt he didn't want to give him a reason.
Hold on. I gotta get some props to Cuz for that speech. Just hold on.
But yeah,
give him props for that.
Foggy, yeah, I think he's not being Daredevil because of what happened to Foggy, and because the last thing Foggy told him was like, "I didn't want to give you a reason to put the suit on because of me." So I think he's just haunted by what happened, and he's just not doing it because of Foggy. That's what I think this whole thing is. Like he's honoring Foggy by not being, Daredevil. That's his way of honoring Foggy.
SSJ, who do you think is going to be the first person Daredevil lays hands on?
I mean, like I said earlier, I think it's too early to tell who will be the first person he goes after.
Yeah, we need more screen time, more story.
Yeah, because we don't even know if the guy who shot White Tiger, is it the Punisher, or is it a cop that, or is it one of those dirty cops that was inspired by the Punisher and is like, "I'm going to take things in my own hands," just like the Punisher did, because I see the system as flawed, because those dirty cops see themselves as the good guy.
Yeah.
Right? And so they could have been inspired because the Punisher did things outside the law, because the Punisher's like, "Hey, the courts are not doing it how they're supposed to do it. So you know what? I'm just going to take things in my own hands." And so the cop could have been like, "Hey, he shouldn't have been left free. I don't know how in the hell he was left free, but I'm going to take things in my own hands."
I can tell
Y'all
you
think
right
Fisk
now,
is like running these dirty cops?
I can tell you right
Say
now,
that-
it's
can you ask
definitely
that
not.
again?
It's definitely going to be the dirty cops. It's definitely not Punisher, because why would Punisher?
Yeah, there's
why would
no
Punisher
way
go
that
after
Frank Castle did that.
Frank Castle,
Does
he's a vigilante himself, and he's pretty cool with other vigilantes. Like, he's even helped out Daredevil in the past, and based on that speech that Fizz gave, where he had mentioned Punisher, I think that was a way to kind of draw him in too, since he already knew that there was people on his payroll wearing that tattoo to get Punisher's name out there and ruin his reputation. That's the whole reason why he's coming back to Hell's Kitchen in the first place. So I don't think Punisher.
SSJ, I got a question. Does Frank Castle know that Matt Murdock's Daredevil?
Yeah, because in season 2 of Daredevil, he took his mask off in front of him, and they had that conversation when Daredevil was tied up on the rooftop.
Yeah.
All right, so you're right. It's definitely not the real Punisher then. Yeah, because it makes
Yeah, I
no
wanted to
sense.
interrupt you and say that's definitely not. But
Yeah, he doesn't go after people like that. He doesn't go after vigilantes.
He only goes after rapists,
Yeah. Yep.
that bad.
Yeah.
he just doesn't spare them any sympathy when he when he executes his target. Like,
The person, you don't remember the person that he killed, or he went after, but we know he killed the person. The person I think was like messing with children or something like that.
Yeah.
The Punisher was like, "You like messing with kids? You like messing with kids?" And he tore that dude a new one.
I think he never
So,
turned off
I
his
got a
Frank
question
Castle
for you guys.
meter either. Like, I've seen him in
Dude,
interviews
that-
like post Punisher, that actor.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
He's
John
still-
Bernthal. Yeah.
He's still Frank Castle after this.
Oh yeah.
Well, he's
Yeah.
always been Frank Castle. You've seen him play Shane on The Walking Dead. It's the same.
Dude, that guy.
character.
Dude, that's.
I saw him on
There-
with Miranda.
I think.
He's good at playing those type of rough, those hardened, rough characters.
Oh,
that,
yeah,
extra
yeah.
me.
One of the most real scenes ever in Marvel history is still that rooftop scene where they're debating, which way of justice is
Yes,
the
Punisher and
best
Daredevil.
way of justice, like death or just or sparing them. That's one of the best scenes ever.
I agree with everything Punisher said on that conversation.
I lean towards more him too, but I also understand what Matt was trying to say. Like they were both right. That's what makes it so interesting, is that they were both right. No one's wrong.
They're both right, but I still agree with more with Punisher.
Yeah.
You put them down I put them down in the ground and they stay down. You put them down in the ground and they get back up, Red, and that's not how things go. You gotta play
Dude, he was so bad, bro. He said, "What do you do? What do you do?"
Upper said he was in Ghost Recon Breakpoint as well. If you're into open world military games.
He beat up all the bad guys in school. You throw them in jail, and a day, a week later, they're back on the streets doing the same thing. He's back on the streets doing the same goddamn thing.
He was born to be Frank Castle, bro.
He feels that you deserve it, Frank, and he goes, "Well."
He said, "Better not miss."
See, I'm convinced none of y'all seen the original Daredevil. That's why y'all are still easily impressed by this Daredevil show. Just don't get me wrong.
It's just been a while, bro.
Very,
and I'm
very
excited for it.
No, but hold on. Don't get me wrong. It's very, very, very good. And in my video from this morning, I had said that it's way better than anything else that Disney put out. This Marvel, Moon Knight, Wanda is better than all of that.
Yeah, it
But
is.
y'all have to go back and see the original show too, just so y'all can also piece together where the timeline takes place as well too. Because now that you had mentioned earlier too that it takes place in 2024, that actually gives me an idea based on that time placement. Since we know that the adamantium wasn't discovered until 2026 in Captain America, I wonder what material they're gonna say they put inside of Bullseye's body since he got thrown off of that.
That one.
No, they already said it in the old show, didn't they? It was
No, they
didn't.
didn't. Said it.
Wait, let me look it up.
Hold on.
It's called
Y'all
something.
said
I had it.
No, we talked
In the
about
first
this
stream, I talked
previous-
about it. 1 second, bro.
in the Netflix show season 3. Yeah, he does get his spine
It's
fixed, but they don't say
so
what
in the comics.
No, they did, bro.
In the comics, it was called Cognium.
It wasn't adamantium.
No, it wasn't adamantium. They couldn't say adamantium though. They couldn't use adamantium.
Yeah, but like in the comics, it was Cognium. Cognium. Now I just assumed that
But it wasn't that either.
I just assumed that it would just make sense, considering that they're
Yeah, it's cognium still.
yeah.
Yeah, it's cognitive. All right, so yeah, it wasn't adamantium though. So my thing is though, I wonder if they'll retcon it and say, well, you know what, that wasn't actually it wasn't actually.
Yep, they
God,
could.
it was actually
They
Adam.
could do that. Yeah.
That's what we had mentioned in the first stream. That's what
That's I hate that though. I hate retcons, man.
Actually, you called retcon on that SSJ, and we all agreed with you on the episode 1 and 2.
Well, the retcon I mentioned in the previous stream was about how adamantium would be introduced, and we had already previously seen it Deadpool with Wolverine. He already has adamantium. Yes, we know that's a different timeline, but he has adamantium. Deadpool has adamantium swords. So if he has the adamantium and this takes place way after 2026, and we should have discovered in Captain America, Deadpool Wolverine is like 2029. How how is that going to be introduced in this universe? How is the new Wolverine going to have adamantium, or are they just going to retcon it and just give it a different year? Because he usually gets it in the 70s.
That's just him. $1 million question.
Do you guys think that when Punisher comes back to the series, and how you guys were just talking about how he was just making that epic speech out, the criminals are just going to be back on the street doing the same damn thing.
Yeah.
That just reminds me but that gives me an example of what we were talking about earlier, how the old Marvel make you feel a certain way. Do you think that when he comes back, are we going to get moments in this in Disney's Daredevil? Are we going to get those Frank Castle moments like that in this one?
I think we're gonna get it in his spinoff, his special. Because he's getting a special.
But I'm saying, do you think that he's going to have cool dialogue that's going to make?
I think so.
It's going to feel like when Carl Weathers ran up on Arnold Schwarzenegger and they did that fancy handshake.
Oh yeah.
And heavy little like son of a bitch. Like it's gonna be
Yeah,
it's gonna be just like that, bro. 'Cause I mean, at this point, Daredevil's overwhelmed, bro, and the superhero that we were halfway hyped to see just got popped to aid him.
You have to.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't see him doing anything. Anything.
He might even wear multiple different suits throughout this season, I hope, since we saw a yellow.
Oh yeah, the trailer. Yeah, all those cows he had.
So I mean, at this point, with him being everywhere, I guess we'll see if the one shot's going to be post this first season or not. If that'll be Punisher's first, whether or not it's going to be Punisher's first appearance.
So it's pretty obvious that Fisk is doing this, right? The dirty cop thing.
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to make sure we're all like.
How much of a connection does Muse have with those with that Punisher crew?
None, probably.
Zero.
Yeah, none.
Because Muse usually goes after and kills people and uses like their body parts for like artwork or whatever, like blood and organs for like his paintings.
Are you about to foreshadow episode 4?
Muse is gonna be a side villain for this season.
But could that all change if we see the suit and his dead body like on a crucifix in the middle of the park to start off episode 4? Would you be like, okay, Muse?
It's possible. It's possible. Okay. Yeah, it's possible. I won't rule it out.
Yeah, he's this season's side villain, Muse. I'm like thinking we're gonna see Bullseye again before the season's over. Maybe the finale.
You said we are or are not likely?
I think we are.
Hey, y'all hold it down. I gotta use the restroom real quick, fellas.
Alright. We'll at least see him one time.
Yeah, I think so.
From what I read, he has 2 appearances. I know.
Oh,
so
okay.
2 appearances.
So I'm thinking the finale then.
Season. Yeah, most likely.
Maybe he'll be in his iconic suit, which would be amazing.
Hopefully so. All you gotta do is just black on the Daredevil suit, but then give him the bullseye symbol. That's all you gotta do. It's not that hard.
Right, but it seems like Disney are so afraid of costumes.
Yes, they are. Yep.
Yeah. As of recently, I'd say not really, because we've gotten Wolverine costumes.
Oh well, I mean, yeah. There's been some. It's been better than it has been lately. Yeah.
But if they give us a costume SSJ, they don't want to show it too often because it's like give you an example, like Tom Holland Spider-Man, right? I don't feel like I'm watching Spider-Man.
Yeah, same.
I feel like I'm watching Spider-Man being portrayed as
Yeah.
Tom Holland. 'Cause
Yeah.
every single second they get, Tom Holland will make a little move, right? He'll like do a little swing. He'll jump all the way down, and then automatically he takes the mask off, and then he starts talking. I'm like,
Just keep the mask on, dude.
No,
That's one thing I actually love about Deadpool in these movies. He always has his mask on, and I like that a lot.
yeah,
And the new Batman film
Yep.
with
Yep.
Robert.
yeah.
If you ask me, I think it's an
had
actor
so much respect
thing.
for Robert Pattinson. I had so much respect for Robert Pattinson for doing that because he made the commitment to be the character and not the other way around.
Right. Yep. Yeah, you're right.
I think we just got lucky with that movie, honestly. But as far as
With
Spider-Man,
what movie?
The Batman.
Batman,
We did get lucky.
yeah, because if he was just Bruce Wayne throughout the most of that movie, and didn't have that costume on, that movie would have been really dreadful and painful to go through because it was slow in a lot of scenes.
Right. But they really allowed Batman to be Batman, and that's why I got to make an argument that was probably the best Batman film of all time, because the film that can go against it is The Dark Knight.
Yeah.
But The Dark Knight's more of a Joker movie than it is a Batman movie.
Yeah, I know a lot of fans
I
are split about that. Like a lot of fans think that is the best Batman ever, is the new one. I think it's the best Batman ever, but like I know a lot of fans still prefer The Dark Knight, and
I wouldn't call it
yeah.
but I think
I can understand why some fans prefer, like, the Batman with Michael Keaton, the original, The
they're
Dark
good.
Knight.
They're so good to this day. I went back and rewatched the original Batman with the Joker. I think I like that one more than the Batman Returns with Catwoman. But they're still good to this day.
Yeah.
Like, there's just certain films that you can actually still go back to and watch and be like, oh, you know what? This movie's still good, and it actually still holds up. Like, before the stream, me and Jay Leno were talking about the first Avengers movie in 2012. That movie is an example of, like, lightning that you can only capture in a bottle once. But that movie is set up so perfectly.
Yeah.
The Incredible Hulk, 2008, Iron Man movie. Right after we got the Captain America movie and Thor movie. If you had already watched those movies prior to watching the Avengers movie, and then you just go into that Avengers movie, it's just like, wow, all these characters I had just watched.
Yeah, they're all together on the same screen. Yeah.
We never saw that ever before.
Nope.
It was the first
Yeah,
time
that's
ever,
history.
and it was like
Cinema history.
yeah. Just having all of those characters in one film alone, regardless of the writing, just having all of those characters on the big screen was such an amazing feeling. I couldn't believe what I was watching. I thought that it wasn't going to be possible.
A lot of people
because
did. Yeah.
we just never saw it before.
Yeah.
And they pulled it off. Yeah.
And I just feel like that's one of the movies that I never was bored of watching the first Avengers movie.
Nah,
Just the very beginning of Loki come down and Sir, put down the spear, and then just when you get all the way up to where Tony Stark is being threatened by Loki, he's like, oh well, I thought the beast would have wandered off by now. He's like, oh, but that's not a very smart plan, because you may have an army, but we have a Hulk. And then he just throws him out the window and he becomes Iron Man. Like, the movie just
and the way they all came together was so great too.
And
because they were butting heads for like most of the film.
Too. I'm upset at my old self too because. Well, go ahead, guys.
Oh, I was just finishing what he had just said too. Like, the Avengers, that's usually a trope among a lot of team up characters in comics. Like, when they first get together, they hate each other at first, so they want to fight each other, and that's what Tony Stark had his beef with Captain America. Then he fought Thor, and then Thor and Captain America fought each other, and then Hulk was trying to chase after Natasha. Like, everybody was fighting each other until they all eventually came together at the end, and they solved the major threat of those alien creatures coming down, or whatever they're called. I forget what they were called, but it was great. And they tried to mimic that same formula with the other Avengers movies.
The Chitauri.
Some of them were good. Age of Ultron, not that good. But yeah, the Chitauri. Yeah, but it's like they can't capture lightning in a bottle more than once.
But I was just going to say though, back in those days though, even though we saw something great, we was always looking forward to the next. And I feel like we never really, or at least I didn't, never really took the time to say, wow, like, let's cherish what we just got. Because I thought that it was just going to keep getting better. I didn't think Endgame was actually Endgame, guys. I didn't think that was going to be the end. I thought that it was just going to get better, you know. And boy, I was so naive because I wish I could go back to those days now, and just really cherish the good films that we got because we're not going to get it. We're not going to get those again. Those days are gone.
Okay, to say that, could this possibly be a ploy of what we're getting step by step, just to build us up to Secret Wars, and then we'll start getting this. We'll start getting like this huge incline, and probably around Doomsday. Then we get Secret Wars.
But here's what I'm afraid of, Jeff. I'm afraid of this. Like what SSJ was talking about the Avengers film, but he wasn't only talking about the superheroes coming together on how epic that was, but he was talking about the writing and the dialogue in the writing. And
the dialogue was so good.
Right. And so this is the thing here. Wolverine and Deadpool was a good film. Spider-Man No Way Home was a good film. But the reason why they were good films is because we saw epic characters that we love come together. Tobey Maguire coming back, Andrew Garfield coming back, Spider-Man No Way Home. No matter what the movie is, you're going to instantly love the movie just because of that. Hugh Jackman's Wolverine pairing up with Deadpool. No matter what the movie is, you're going to love it because of that pairing. But the actual writing of those two films is garbage. It's garbage. Secret Wars, they're going to do the exact same formula. They're going to bring us all these epic characters. We're going to love it. We're going to come back to first. Oh, yes, that was so great. Because we have the high of the epic characters. We don't have the high of the actual story plot. So months go by, years go by. And guess what? We never really go back to that film. Why? Because the writing
said No
was
Way
shit.
Home. Yeah, that's No Way Home for me. I know, like guys like No Way Home. I get it, but I don't. But No Way Home is just exactly that to me.
Okay, but okay.
I don't care to watch No Way Home either because the high is over.
Okay, see with me, it's I'm in and out of it personally myself because y'all speak very highly on those X-Men films. To me, if you go back to them right now, probably First Class and Days of Future Past are the only good X-Men films to me.
Really, you don't like the first one or X2?
When it first came out, I was just happy to see my characters. When I actually watched the film, it was kind of lame to me. They really didn't give us much of anything. It was just I was happy to have them appear.
I thought X2 was great.
I thought Toad was not important. I just wanted some better villains lined up. I'd rather them have fought like Blob or somebody a little.
But yeah, First Class and Days are that's like peak X-Men. Content. I guess Logan too. Logan's amazing, of course.
I'd rather them started off with First Class.
It's funny that Jeff said that though, because you know the first time I saw X2, guess where it was at?
Where?
It was at Jeffrey's house.
X2, look, X2. I was just happy to see Nightcrawler. That movie's epic.
You know who brought that? Do you remember who brought that film, Jeff?
Nah.
It was Uncle Terry.
Oh yeah, okay. That makes sense.
Uncle Terry brought it, and
he's our movie buff.
And so we all watched it together. And you wasn't talking the way that he was talking back then. You was into it.
It was Nightcrawler.
Yeah.
Like come on, remember this. Nightcrawler in the presidential office was just epic.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Like you gotta remember at that time how amazed we were to see something Matrix-esque and fighting in slow motion and all that. Come on, like yeah. So okay, I'll excuse
Yeah.
X2. X1, not a fan of. I wasn't that big of a fan of X3, but like to me,
Yeah, X3 is pretty split amongst everybody.
yeah, and
X3 was terrible. That was one of
Yeah, it's not. Yeah,
like one of
that's the worst one.
Like it killed off most of the X-Men.
Yeah.
Most of the X-Men for some reason got cured of their mutation, so they just became human. Like the movie was laughing at that. It killed off Professor X. It killed off, I think, Jean Grey. Yeah, she dies at the end of the Wolverine.
Yeah.
The movie was just, it was terrible.
I mean, if you,
Yeah, that was a big mistake
if
they
you-
did. Was they made Wolverine too important
Yep.
in those movies.
Especially
Especially X3.
Was Wolverine Origins good?
He said some people would.
Some people will be like, well, Wolverine's the main character.
There we go. That's not a deep start. That's not a deep start at the first time.
Not since the beginning, because if you're not remember, Wolverine's first appearance was the Incredible Hulk.
Bro, that's how it started.
Right, not villain, right?
That's
People really think
Bro.
that Wolverine's supposed to be the leader of the X-Men, bro. No, he was
That's so
never
funny
that
that people
important.
say that because like he's little.
Always being Professor X and Magneto was the story of X.
Dude, like Cyclops has more of an important role than Wolverine.
Trust me, I love Wolverine. He's
Yeah.
definitely Wolverine and everything.
Was Wolverine
Steve
Origins
Blum
good?
voicing Wolverine, but
No.
he's not the original. No,
I
can say.
well,
you know
I'm a
what?
Wolf-
The only bad thing about it was
I'm a Wolverine junkie. So I love X-Men 1, I love X-Men 2, I love X-Men 3, I love X-Men Origins Wolverine, even though I hated that version of Deadpool. I love the Wolverine. There's not a movie.
Yeah.
There's not a movie that has Hugh Jackman's Wolverine in it that I haven't seen like dozens of times. Like I've
He's
seen
just that good. Yeah.
yeah, I've
Yeah.
seen at least every single movie that he's been in as Wolverine 10 times. At minimum 10 times. I had X3 running in my bedroom almost every single day. Almost every single day. So he's different.
That's how it was for Deadpool and Wolverine for me. Because him putting on that yellow suit just made the movie for me. And then just him, how the way he's acted over the years, it's like he took it to a 100 and made it like it was just second nature to him. He put on that yellow suit and it was just like
I'm gonna throw in another
so
one. When that first Fantastic Four movie came out, liked it. Go back, hated it.
I think the first one was like not even that terrible.
And then by the time the second one came out, the internet became more prevalent. So then I went and did my research before that second movie came out and researched Silver Surfer. Then when I saw the movie, I was extremely disappointed from the jump. I was like, this would never happen to Silver Surfer. Why would y'all do this to him?
I mean, and then they make Galactus a cloud.
Yeah, they nerfed Silver Surfer.
And then those scenes when they had their
Galactus
powers all mixed up, it just got too goofy. It turned into Hanna-Barbera.
Yeah, some of those movies that we've seen back then, like in the early and mid 2000s, that a lot of us put at a high pedestal. If you go back and rewatch it now, haven't aged well. And there's quite a few of them too. Like you said, the Fantastic Four movies. I can agree with the first X-Men film, but the second film is still one of my favorite movies of all time because of Nightcrawler's opening scene. So that whole film was great too. But yeah, a lot of those earlier 2000s films. That's why when we saw the Fantastic Four trailer recently, I never understood how these fans were trying to sit there and say like the CGI on the thing looks terrible, it looked worse than the Michael Chiklis from the Fantastic Four movie. And I'm like, what? He looked like, if you go back and look at how he looked back then, like, no, that looked terrible. And why was he so short? Like, he was short and small as the Thing. He was shorter than Human Torch. Human Torch, Chris Evans, was taller than the Thing.
Right.
Yeah, it's because it was practical. It was like practical,
this new one.
But the Thing is not that big though. It's not that tall. He's not that tall though.
He isn't that tall. You're right, but he's definitely taller than.
He was a football player first.
He's taller than all of them.
He was a complete athlete.
So Thing's size is serious in comics, but We're used to seeing him big and tall.
But I think they did it.
Sometimes like he's really huge.
He
like,
he isn't as big as the Hulk. A lot of guys say he's big as the Hulk. He's not big as the Hulk.
Yeah, he's not big as the Hulk.
But they also made him a small new
some
one.
comics he is bigger than the Hulk. Some of
them, yeah.
And then, another honorable mention.
Yeah, there's plenty of comics where he's mutated to where he's like way bigger than the Hulk, but usually he's about like 5 or 6 feet tall.
How did you guys feel about the Ghost Rider film? Because I liked it when it first came out.
They were terrible. I didn't like them when they
y'all?
came out. And I rewatched them recently.
I think the first one's fun.
I like
it's
Ghost
just
Rider.
it's fun to watch.
Upward said the thing's like 5'3". Man, let's. I'm gonna Google this.
Is he actually that short?
I'm pretty sure he's taller than that.
I liked the Ghost Rider films when I was a kid, but now, like, when you said that, I was like, oh, there was a Ghost Rider film? Because I forgot.
Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
Nicolas Cage, man.
Yeah, he's always been 6. Thing is always supposed to be shorter and always been 6 feet, but 500 pounds, sometimes more. Yeah.
All right, so
right now.
Marvel.
Hey guys, I'm gonna just tell you guys, I gotta take a shower right now, so I'm gonna put myself on mute, but I'm gonna stay on the stream.
Okay.
Marvelfandom.com has him at 6'6".
Okay, that actually sounds about right. That sounds about accurate.
See, and didn't SSJ just say 6 feet tall, 500 pounds?
And then they got him at 430 with blue eyes.
Okay. Yeah, he does have blue eyes.
But yeah, to me, he looks like this is the most like Thing-ish he's ever looked like the Thing like ever.
Upward said the actor he was like 5'9".
He looks just like right out of the comics in this new one.
That's wild.
Like he has the big eyebrow and everything.
Yeah, I definitely still to this day go back and rewatch Deadpool and Wolverine, mainly for Wolverine. Though.
I disagree with my cousin. Like that movie's amazing still. Like I mean, it didn't feel like a Wolverine movie featuring Deadpool. It felt like it was a Deadpool movie and Wolverine was in it.
To me, it felt like a Wolverine. Like it felt like Deadpool was definitely fanboying and hyping up Wolverine. Like if you remember the scene when they are fighting the Deadpool variant when they show up in the city, the scene where you see them get ready to charge after all of the variants, you actually see Deadpool disappear out of the shot, and it's just Wolverine chasing after them himself.
Yeah.
Like he was
fanboying like, oh my god. But I mean, when I had mentioned that like it was Deadpool's movie, it's because like the comedy and the wittiness and like Deadpool was alongside. I mean, Wolverine was along Deadpool. I mean, not actually, but I'm talking about like script wise.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Like basically him and like characters like Gambit probably would never act like that in a regular X-Men movie or some other
you're right.
product on their own. That's usually how it goes. Like characters like that we see show up in Deadpool or a non-serious character like She-Hulk's comics, and they act completely unconventional to how they would have normally acted. Like that's why I didn't have a problem with Abomination on She-Hulk. Like a lot of fans hated that, but I'm actually, because I'm a Hulk fan and I actually like Abomination in the comics. I was like, well, this version he's settled down and he's not like this angry Abomination no more. So that's why it kind of makes sense for him to be like that in this show. But when we saw him in Shang-Chi, he was more like the angry, aggressive Abomination we've seen. So I bet you if we see Abomination again in something that's not She-Hulk, he'll be serious again.
Mal, since you weren't in our previous stream for episode 1 and 2, what's your thoughts on the West Coast Avengers that they're going to be setting up?
Honestly, I don't really care. Like if I'm just being dead honest, I don't really care about it. So for me, the Avengers.
You kind of aware, like Shang-Chi, She-Hulk, Wonder Man, Vision.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of bench players to me. You know, it sounds like bench players. I want to see the starters. You know, like Iron Man, Captain America, like the OG roster. I get they're gone, and then it's over now. But it's like, I don't know. Like, I'm not.
I like
I've
the
never been a
parody.
fan. I don't like legacy teams.
I
Like
see. I like the parody. I don't like the race swap of Wonder Man. But
yeah.
here we are.
I just don't care for like
then,
legacy teams.
I want to see. I want an opportunity to see She-Hulk not be the main person and see if I can at least enjoy her alongside somebody else in the show, or anything.
I'd say watch that Fantastic Four animated series from 2004 because She-Hulk is in 6 episodes of that. I'm good at that.
She's pretty good in the Avengers show too.
Yeah, the Avengers, Earth Mightiest Heroes. Yeah, they destroyed her in the MCU,
but they
and quite
do it
frankly,
right.
I kind of don't want to see her again because if they do her again, they're gonna do her either worse or they're not gonna.
I think it's like
that's why I'm hoping. Like,
to me, it's too late.
You guys got her
damage
talking
already been
away,
done.
and hopefully I'll set her up to be cool.
Yeah, I agree with Mal. Like the damage is already too done, especially when especially the phase you introduced her in and made her this man-hating, 40-year-old single woman.
She-Hulk is one of the most hated things they've ever done.
So I think they should just go ahead and bury.
That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't bring her back.
We'll come back to her later on if Disney doesn't have their hands on She-Hulk with the agenda. Because trust me, I like She-Hulk. Also, watch the original Incredible Hulk 1990 series. She-Hulk is in pretty much the majority of the later half of the first season, and she's in all of the second season.
Hey guys, would you guys smash She-Hulk?
Yeah.
Not the MCU She-Hulk.
Not the MCU one, but comics one.
I'll smash both.
It'd be merciless and painful for the MCU.
I mean, She-Hulk's bad, bro. She's so bad. I'm talking about when she turns into She-Hulk. I mean, when she was.
If we're talking about the MCU one, she looks better when she's not She-Hulk.
I mean, when she was twerking, I was wishing that she was twerking on me.
You like that scene?
You heard me, Joe?
Checking on that CGI.
Okay,
that CGI cake.
Okay, the actor that plays She-Hulk or Sophia from Penguin.
Sophia?
Probably Sophia from Penguin.
I mean,
she's actually attractive to me.
I mean, that's tough, but I'm a ride with She-Hulk. She-Hulk over Sophia.
Got you. Okay, fellas, is there anything I want to include as far as Daredevil and its upcoming episode that we're going to get next week? Any estimations? Anything you're looking forward to possibly seeing happen?
I think isn't next week supposed to be
Is
two
it?
episodes?
I don't know.
Or is it the following week? I don't know if it's
They're doing
next week
two
or the following
again?
week that we're supposed to do again. Yeah, 2 episodes.
I don't understand that. Like,
It's either this. I'm a look.
I don't understand that.
Well,
Like, they're just like, I don't get that.
I think I know exactly why they did it, but
I just feel like that they're just kind of like killing the
it's all
hype
good
that
as
way.
long-
Are they? Hold on. When does Thunderbolts come out?
I think May.
Oh, so it's the week of the 25th. 2 episodes come out. 5 and 6 are going to come out on March 25th.
Are those two the finale?
The finale
Oh,
is
it's
episode
9.
9, so that's going to be 3 weeks after.
So yeah.
Yeah, Thunderbolts comes out in May, I think.
That comes out. Okay, that comes out in May. Well, I mean, they'll probably. You said there's only what 4 episodes left.
There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 6
So
episodes left.
maybe they doubled
but
up so
there's 9.
they wouldn't. Maybe because the rumor is some of what's going on in Daredevil will see kind of be a part of the Thunderbolts film. So maybe they're trying to get this out of the way real quick, and so when Thunderbolts drop,
My only hope / guess would be if maybe Bullseye gets recruited at the end of
Oh, that'd be crazy.
Thunderbolts, like he does in the comics. Because I would like to see him in the bigger picture of the MCU. Hopefully, at some point, have like a rivalry or meet up with like Hawkeye. Because I know in the comics, since they're both big on accuracy,
Oh yeah.
hitting targets, they have a big rivalry. But I don't think that's going to be the case, though.
Who has better aim though, and better accuracy?
It's they're both completely equal as far as
That's
accuracy
crazy.
goes. Because they had a contest in one of the comics where they had like it was like an accuracy contest to see who could hit the most, like on the point or whatever, and they both just kept on hitting him on
That's
the point.
crazy.
Nobody was able to outdo each other.
That's pretty cool. It's just crazy how like he had the coolest scenes in season 3 of Daredevil. Like how he would just he would throw anything. He would just throw anything, and it was just on. I'm like it was crazy when he first pulled up on Daredevil in that parking lot. I think that was crazy, man.
No.
He couldn't hide from
Like
him.
his, even though he's a regular, like his superpower.
Yeah, like you
basically.
can't even hide from him.
He could throw like. Remember when they were in the office? He
Yeah,
was, like,
that was so
throwing
like it
staplers
was,
at
it was
him.
kind of funny too. I kept throwing things at people, but it was just funny how it was like it was just cool how he was just like accurate. Like they were all like hard blows.
He's dangerously accurate. I think he threw like a pair of scissors at
Yeah.
Daredevil at one point, and some pencils and pens from the off,
Yeah.
like paper clips. He's that dangerous.
But the worst thing you can give that man is like just pocket knives. That's the worst thing you can give him.
So he's like the MacGyver.
Yeah,
Paperclip, 2 pins.
and I can say right now, live on stream, he was way better than that terrible 2003 Colin Farrell
Oh, yeah,
Daredevil,
one of the
Bro. There was nothing.
with the bullseye
He had
that
on
was
his
like
forehead.
tattooed
Like,
on
what are
his
you
forehead.
like
Like
21
what was
Savage,
that?
bro?
I wasn't even happy with what's that? Michael Douglas playing Kingpin. I thought that was a horrible idea.
Me neither.
Horrible.
I thought it was.
We
fun.
need somebody big.
Like,
Let's get
I've
a big
spoken to a
and
lot of
black guy. to play Kingpin.
People like that though. I seen people like that.
Exactly. Like I've spoken. The only people that accept this are other black
Yeah,
people.
yeah.
And I'm like, how? Like, why is it that you're so accepting of a black kingpin? Well, because the name is Kingpin. I feel
What
like
does that
he should
even
be black.
mean?
I'm like, that
What does that even mean? Kind of racist, if you ask me.
and that's exactly what I thought too when you said that, Jay Leno. Like, oh yeah, well we couldn't find a big white guy.
That
was a
sounds
big black guy
racist.
to play
That
Yeah,
sounds
Michael.
so
My fault.
racist.
My fault. Yeah,
That's
you're right.
exactly
My
what it
fault. I badgered his name up with Michael Clark Duncan.
That sounds super racist because that
Yeah.
logic is kind of saying like, oh, like because he's a kingpin, he has to be like a thug, and a lot of thugs are like black people.
And what was one of the first things we see Black Kingpin do in that 2003 Daredevil movie? You see his building get introduced with hip hop music playing, and then after he
Who was that?
he kills 2 of his men
Rondo.
while the hip hop
Oh.
music is playing. So that's another thing that's racist too. Like, why is it that every time a black person's on screen in a movie,
I know, right?
hip-hop
That's so stereotypical.
Listen, I wake up early in the morning. I'm not gonna go to work blasting Project Pat when I first wake up. I might put on some El DeBarge or something because it's early in the morning.
I don't
I'm
know
trying to
anybody
wake
that
up.
was like, I can't wait to see this Daredevil because they got a black guy in it and he's playing Kingpin. Yeah. No, I don't know about that.
Yeah, me neither. I don't know nobody. Well, I know some people
And then,
like that.
and then
but I won't mention
casually,
those names.
Kingpin only made sense in Spider-Man when we grew up. Like a person, unless they read comics, you really didn't like get introduced to Daredevil that much.
I just
Or,
want
like,
to
that
team
much
up
footage of him.
between Spider-Man and Daredevil, man. Like just how we got with with Deadpool and Wolverine. Like I want that with Spider-Man and
The best
Daredevil.
you're probably gonna get is probably the No Way Home cameo, and then probably his little fight that he had in that Friendly Neighborhood
right,
Spider-Man
yeah.
show. Since that's technically Charlie Cox Daredevil voice anyway.
Yeah.
That's probably the best
That
we're
just
gonna
sucks,
get.
man.
Because they had already made an announcement saying like, "Oh,
Yeah.
we can't use Spider-Man in nothing unless it's a Marvel."
That's why he
like,
has to get away
team-up
from
movie."
Sony, man.
I'm just like,
I pray that
Like, why can't he do other products other shows too to like flesh out Spider-Man's journey in the MCU, because basically we won't know his next story until whenever this movie
Yeah, it's
drops.
like,
The
you know how
last time
cool it would
we
be to
saw
see like just
before
like
the movie
him
dropped.
just do his own like side thing with other heroes, like other like street level heroes, until the next big team up happens. Because he's gonna be in Doomsday and like Secret Wars, I'm sure. But it's like, I guarantee you they won't show anything that he's been doing in the past, like however, you know, amount of time it's been since the end of No Way Home. They're gonna just jump right to the next thing.
Yeah, they're not. Yeah,
We're
they
gonna
won't
miss
show
all
nothing. They'll
that
just jump right in.
development and whatever he did that whole time.
By that time, I'm sure they'll probably give Zendaya's married Michelle Jones a girlfriend,
Yeah.
because why not?
We're
They
just
like
going to get
that.
excited for the symbiote getting a hold of Tom.
If they even do it.
We'll see if they pick up that storyline, because Marvel's been known to plant seeds and they completely forget about storylines.
Yeah,
So we'll
I'm
see
not
if they
looking.
remember to
I
pick
mean,
up that.
it would be cool, but I'm not even gonna like hope on the symbiote.
Oh, and that Doctor Strange spell, will that have anything to do with the Venom situation? Because remember back in that scene you see on TV from the Venom movie, he sees Spider-Man with his mask off, and then he licks the TV screen. So will he remember that is Peter Parker, or will that just be something
I don't
retconned?
know.
Or I don't know.
Eh.
See, that whole thing, that's kind of what ruined Spider-Man. They should have never did that stupid Doctor Strange spell or whatever that they did at the end of the movie. They should have found a different way to
Black
end
suit
the movie,
Tom
because
Holland.
that messes everything up. And plus, they probably won't even mention any of that in a future movie, I'm sure. They'll probably just be like, oh yeah, that's Peter Parker.
Would
Black
you-
suit Tom Holland sounds scary.
Hey guys, can I backtrack a little bit? So when you guys were talking about that, you was shocked that that Kingpin was black in the first.
Oh
Daredevil
yeah.
film.
Yeah.
So this is how I know that I'm racist towards my own kind. Okay. When Kingpin was cast as a black guy, I said, "Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, he's a gangster. He's a thug."
Yep, that's what I just said. Yep.
And then when Captain America was cast as black, I was like, they can't have a nigga being Captain America.
I mean, that's kind of how everybody else looked at it. But
Yeah, I've always grown up thinking like, okay, I'll like the character based on the character's action and how cool I think the character is. Just because like I'm black doesn't mean I have to sit there and want other black characters to be.
That's the
super important
last thing that should be
or
in your
have
mind when you're watching the
or
movie.
support
Like why isn't there enough of
product.
me in here or people who look like me? You know how selfish that
Like,
is.
Y'all see
Just
my-
like narcissistic that is.
Like
I
one of my
promise
favorite
you,
characters.
I've
like,
never
that's
sat down.
insane.
I've never sat down and said, "Man, what if Bruce Wayne was black?"
Bro, I've never done that
Like, what?
ever. I've
Me neither.
never done that.
I already like
I've
Batman
never
for who
done
he
that.
is, so why would I?
I'm not even going to accept
what-
like T'Challa being the White Panther.
Me neither.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. Yeah.
Like, listen, my favorite characters, just in general, Shadow the Hedgehog, Goku from Dragon Ball Z, Nightcrawler from X-Men. What do those characters all have in common?
Say those characters' names again.
Like, I don't know, like Shadow the Hedgehog from Sonic series, or Goku from Dragon Ball Z, Nightcrawler from the Marvel, like X-Men or whatever series. I also like Wolverine. Like, those characters are all of different races and
Oh, right. Yeah.
ethnicities. I just so happen to like those characters
Yeah.
just because of the characters, and I just happen to think those characters are cool, and I just like the universes that those characters come from. I don't sit there and think, well, you know what? Nightcrawler should be a black German, or you know what? Goku's skin should be black.
They do
all
it
of a
all the
sudden
time
now.
with the
Like,
anime
no,
characters,
I'm
man.
okay with
They
it.
do it
Hey,
all
how
the
did you
time with
feel
the
that they
anime
made Goku
characters.
white in the Dragon Ball Z film?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
was
that's wrong too.
that
that's
film
wrong.
never. I ran into this dude
Technically,
named
Goku-
Will Smith. I looked into the light, and I don't even know what movie you're talking about. People keep bringing it up.
Well,
Keep
technically,
bringing it
Goku
up. I don't know.
Japanese. If you're technical, he's a Japanese alien. But I mean, those movies. You're talking about that Dragon Ball Evolution movie.
Huh?
I mean,
Huh?
they were
Huh?
terrible. I just think anime shouldn't do any live action. Just leave that alone.
I think it's too hard to do Dragon Ball Z live action. If you were to do a film, it can't be all the way live action. Like it's got to be like heavily CGI because it's the only way that you can make a Super Saiyan transformation look cool. You got to have the big muscles popping out. You got to have a lot of yelling. And really, if you have a real person that's yelling like that, it's going to look stupid.
My main thing is like the designs. I don't see how designs are going to translate to live action.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. For that budget, our government's not gonna fund it because it's not military based. It'd be different if Goku was like fighting against a cyborg type deal. So we're not gonna get the funding for that. It would probably take an Asian company.
It's just like, how do you translate like even Goku's hair?
But as far
to live action, like no one has hair like that.
But as far as fight scenes. When I watched Man of Steel, all I thought about was
Man of Steel is the closest thing we're ever gonna get to like a DBZ.
That's true, but guys, go to a mirror, right? Look at yourself. Now scream like you're about to turn Super Saiyan 4, and look how silly you look. Like it doesn't look right.
First off, it will look right because because
I don't know. It's all about execution and acting.
You start up with a close up. And then you pan away. And as you're panning away, the rest of the environment, the gravel and all that stuff is going to get destroyed. The screen's going to shake. That's what's supposed to happen. You're supposed to hear. Yeah.
They should just leave it alone.
It's the way that you film it.
Yeah.
Yeah, just leave it alone. Leave it to anime only.
I've seen some fan mades that had some cool looking cutscenes with some CGI.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there's plenty of fan made projects.
I've seen plenty of Dragon Ball projects too, and they were not very good. But
I mean, I like their efforts better than the Evolution movie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but that's not saying.
Have you seen the one SSJ with the Gohan and the Future Trunks one? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I actually made a video on that years ago.
Oh, okay.
Like I think that was probably like 6 or 7 years ago. I did 2 videos on that episode. Yeah, I
thought it had cool visual effects, but
I didn't like how they did it. I thought Cell was done horribly, and I mean the effects were okay, but I don't know. I just wasn't feeling it.
I got you. Well, guys, is there anything?
It takes a lot. SSJ.
I got you. That's why we got you here, man. Like, I'm all for objective takes. All you can do is be yourself.
We agree on most of our takes, but at the same time, it does take a lot to impress.
Indeed.
I'm not as easily impressed.
It just sucks that this is gonna be like the last like good show we get for a while, because like I'm pretty sure after this we're getting like Ironheart or something, right? Imagine that going from Daredevil to Ironheart.
Well, it's just like the Deadpool and Wolverine situation. Like that saved Marvel for like that summer, but then right after we got terrible. What is it?
Did they cancel Vision? Was Vision going to be a movie or a TV show?
It was a TV show.
I was going to be locked in on Vision, bro. Vision's one of my top 5 favorite Marvel characters. So I was going to die.
But that's not going to like. There's been no update on that at all. Like, I'm not sure that's even going to happen anymore. But I know Ironheart's happening.
I think Vision is kind of like the Blade situation. It's like
it's in limbo.
Like they didn't even say anything about it. Last time they said something about the Vision series,
but check dig, we haven't seen that actor at all either.
Yeah.
He's been in like a lot of shows, like in like those British shows that he'd be doing.
Paul Bettany.
What's his name? Paul Bettany.
So
yeah, I mean, he's a good actor.
Let's see.
He's too good for Disney.
I guess we can always wait and see. Anything y'all want to include? I was going to close this thing out.
I'm sorry, I missed everything. I had everything to say.
Oh no.
we're almost 2 hours in, G.
What is this bundle?
Yeah.
Let's all right, before we close out, let's have a debate between SSJ and Bundle and Jeff pick a topic for them to debate on, and
You're
let's
new
go.
to this. That's been happening.
But we gotta close the show out with
Yeah,
that.
we already-
So Jeff pick the topic.
I won't be able to close the show.
Right. we'll be here. We'll be here all night.
Nice try.
It'd be-
Hell yeah, man.
Y'all didn't talk about Invincible, did you?
Oh no.
No, we not.
No.
Have y'all been watching?
I gotta
Apparently
pick
they
up
have.
from. I've only watched episode
Yeah, I gotta
1 and 2. I gotta
back
pick up after the second episode.
I finished it
The
all.
That's
Yeah,
the
It
best
was
thing
alright.
out right
Yeah.
now. You ain't watching.
Right? That finale was great, man.
That's the best thing out right now.
Okay, I got a topic that SSJ and Bundle can debate on. All right.
So I can interrupt it.
Bro,
So I can interrupt
bro,
it in the
This
screen.
isn't gonna work the way you think it is.
Bundle, make an argument on why Dragon Ball Evolution is a good film.
It's not.
So you want him to lie? Lie for the sake of the
You think
debate.
you don't know that me and SSJ are on the same team?
Good argument.
Well, how about you guys say one good thing about
Yeah,
the
you
movie? He said, "Ooh."
There's nothing.
Uh,
You gotta say one good thing about it.
There's nothing
Piccolo
good about
is
that
an
white
alien.
Piccolo's design. You know what? I'll take it. Piccolo's
That's-
design
that's-
looks
that's
better
what I
than
do
the scroll
know.
design. of the MCU.
Dude, I can't think of one good thing.
When I saw the trailer, I knew it was a wrap, and I was young when the movie had came. I was like maybe 17. I think I was 17 when that came out.
Okay, you know what? I'll say one good thing. That final,
That's the worst.
the
movie
final,
ever.
the final Kamehameha that Goku didn't look that bad. I'll say that.
Yeah.
Like I watched that scene where he does the beam struggle with Piccolo. The Kamehameha wasn't that bad. That's what I'll say. Yeah.
It wasn't that bad.
Well,
That was the worst.
it didn't look that bad.
Yes, it did.
Shang-Chi fighting his father was
Dude,
better.
he was like hooting farts. Like it was like
That
like
was
the
terrible.
energy. It was that was horrible. There was nothing about good. There was nothing about that was good.
I think Piccolo's design looked better than the scroll
Oh.
design in Marvel.
Oh, dude, that
Marvel-
he would make a yeah.
like look at the scrolls from
Jeff,
like
you
Miss
have-
Marvel and Secret Invasion.
Strength
Why
don't
don't
work.
they all look like them to give you a
You
hug?
said it's what?
If you look at Piccolo, he actually
The Dragon Ball
enjoying
Evolution's
his
Piccolo
stuff.
is like a great scroll. He's a good scroll.
You're in the stream with me right now. What do you mean?
You have something that says joining host, waiting for host, and I can't get to the next part. What I'm in right now is just the vocal part of it. I'm trying to get to the main part.
I don't know. Mal, which
It says
which,
waiting for host. You have a ability as host to go ahead and click on something.
No, all I've ever had to do was just move the tab over, bro. But yeah, it says you're in here with us, bro. Yeah, I mean, maybe like you might just have like a bug situation. You just might be something that you're not accustomed of seeing, but you're in here conversating with us. All right. I'll just put both of your channels in here in the description now.
Oh, okay, yeah. Go ahead.
That's what I was trying to ask you. Cousin in here. We'll get Upward in here too.
Good stream.
Yeah, appreciate y'all coming in, man.
And Jay made some money tonight too.
Appreciate it. Yeah, I think to be honest with you, I'm gonna try and go a whole 360. I'm just gonna go a whole 365, and I gotta see how this taxes situation works out.
Okay.
If that amount
Yeah.
gets accumulated, if that amount gets accumulated, but I guess it's like it's estimated $1 to, if you're lucky, you get $5 per 1,000 streams.
Yeah.
Big hopes, high hopes. I've got high hopes. Yeah, I appreciate y'all donate, man. I appreciate This is my first stream I've done as a YouTube partner. Definitely appreciate all of you, especially you, Upward. I'm thinking about switching over those beef videos to members only content.
Okay.
I don't even think I want people to even check those out. So yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah.
switch those over at this point.
His members only. Yeah. I feel it. Make the channel look more professional. You
Yeah.
don't need none of that on there.
Yep. All right. SS, are you you still want to try? I got like one or two. I can probably do one or two rivals. Unless y'all, if all of us run, I'll do a quick game. But I would say if y'all not hopping on, I'll do a couple competitive. SSJ.
I'll probably I'm probably gonna crash after.
Yeah, I'm a crash too.
But I'll be on Twitter tomorrow. My spring break basically started, so I am free all of next week and this weekend for any stream or any collabs, or if y'all are trying to play something now. I did go ahead and re-download Star Wars Battlefront 2, so if you're trying to
Is
play
that
that,
crossplay or is that just console to console only?
Yeah, it's just console.
it's just console to
It
console.
needs to be crossplay though, but yeah.
Is everybody in Indiana?
Well, I am. I don't know.
No, not
Oh,
me.
where you at, SSJ?
I'm in Florida.
Oh, what time is it over there?
It's 1:18.
So all y'all got late times. All right.
Yeah. I think the hour had just changed too. Last
Oh,
week
yeah.
or
It's
last
it's
Sunday.
1:18 here.
Oh yeah, so we're in the same time zone. You and Jalen.
It's 10:18 where I'm at.
Oh dang, okay. Is it 10:18?
No, it's 12:19.
He's
Yeah.
he's an
it's
hour
12:19,
behind in
so
Northern
then you're-
Indiana.
Yeah.
12:19 is not that
Okay.
bad. Yeah, but it's still late.
Well, all right. Make sure y'all hit that like button for me. I'd gladly appreciate it. I'm about to throw this outro in here. Call it a night, boys.
Yes, sir.
All right. Take care.